America, welcome to sports in layman's terms. I'm your guy, Willie Soso, and to my right we have...
I am Senior Franchise from a rock and roll. It's getting football season.
Oh, you geeked up.
I'm geeked. I
Oh, he
cannot
geeked up.
wait to
To
scroll this
my
up.
left,
Can't wait.
we have...
A work in progress. If you ain't working on yourself, then what the fuck are you doing?
Nice catchphrase. Y'all know how we get down, man. No coach speak. No media spin. Just a bunch of guys at the bar talking sports.
Having
Just
a couple
like
cocktails.
you. Lots of cocktails. Someday. You can find us here every Wednesday on YouTube at Sports in Layman's Terms. All right. Now, you just heard me say, no coach speak, no media spin. That's something that we here at Sports in Layman's Terms pride ourselves on. It's straight up raw. It's all emotion. It's fan speak. We talking for the everyman. And it is with that I have to start here this week. To all of the baseball fans, Detroit Tigers fans in particular, we lost a great this week. RIP Jim Price, who was catcher for the world champion 68 Tigers, 1968 World Series winner. Also, he was a Hall of Fame color commentator for Detroit Tigers radio up until probably about a month ago.
He brought the old yellow hammer.
The yellow hammer and the buggy whip.
Nobody's heard yellow hammer.
Right.
If you were listening to a Tiger game on the radio, you did not hear the yellow hammer, the buggy whip, but Jim Price, true
Giant in the sport
player.
Definitely. And he will be missed. He clearly had some health issues moved up to the time of his death, his passing. So he was already missed. We could see that as fans. We could see that something was going on, but we didn't know
he wasn't there as much as he was
exactly.
And we knew that maybe something was going behind the scenes.
But yeah, man. Condolences to Jim Price's family. Condolences to Dan Dickerson, who was his play-by-play announcer for 24 years, 25 years, something like that. And they were great, man.
I mean, that's almost like Ernie Harwell and Paul Carey.
Right. They were amazing as a team, and he'll be missed. He'll be missed. Now, with that said, let's move into something along these same lines. As sad as we are about Jim Price, we are equally incensed by the suspension of Baltimore Orioles play-by-play announcer Kevin Brown. The Orioles suspended the man basically for telling the truth. No, not basically. They literally suspended the man for telling the truth.
Not basically.
On a broadcast where the Orioles were playing the Athletics, I believe it was.
No, it was playing
No, not the Athletics. The Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays. For all intents and purposes, America, I'm gonna say it how a fan would say it.
This guy was telling the truth.
The man literally said that for the past few years, the Tampa Bay Rays have been kicking the Baltimore Orioles' ass. And if you go and check the stats, that's just the flat out truth. They literally over the past 7 years or something like that.
They could not go down there and win a game.
They had been kicking the Orioles' ass. Well, the powers in the Baltimore organization that did not like what he said, and they suspended him. And announcers, everybody from locally here to nationally, Mike Tirico, who doesn't even do baseball. he does football and golf and pretty much some of everything else. He said it was ridiculous. 9 times out of 10, this guy will be reinstated sooner than later. But the fact that the Baltimore Orioles organization had the audacity to even suspend him is utterly ridiculous.
And I was gonna say, like, one time, if I have a minute here too, it's like, because like what Kevin Brown did by telling the truth, and and us three, and four when Joy comes back, it's like what we were trying to do. We're just say we're stating facts, and we want to put everybody in this. We're not trying to sugarcoat nothing
At all.
We want to state the facts, and that's it. So, Kevin Brown, what you did, you were right there. You're ahead of the game with us. I root for him. I'm pretty sure Baltimore Orioles will put him right back. Probably
Free Kevin Brown.
Yeah, I mean,
Kevin.
seriously, I'm pretty sure they'll put him back on the market this weekend. But he is doing something we're trying to do.
Well,
we're saying the truth.
Well,
and this is what we're going to try to do.
I've been kicking Soso's ass a lot. I hope
that's just delusion talking.
Oh,
but
God,
listen,
now I'm getting suspended. See,
here's something that I think. What happened to Kevin Brown is sort of kind of the reason why we created sports in layman's term. Because as fans, when we're biased, we'll tell you we're biased. When we're just giving you the straight up truth, we'll tell you we're giving you the straight up truth. And we'll tell you that, well, this is our opinion. We'll tell you we're not trying to analyze anything. We're simply being fans.
I'm never biased. I'm all emotional.
Here's the problem I have. It appears to me that we've come to a point in sports talk, radio and television, where you either have to be all for or all against something. You got some people in TV and radio who simply won't say a bad thing about anybody whatsoever. On the flip side of that,
what was bad about what he said? There wasn't nothing bad about
there
that.
was nothing bad about it, which is why it's an uproar.
Kicking somebody's ass.
That's why it's an uproar, because they suspended him because somebody from their team called it how they saw it, which you should be able to do.
He must have been a Rays fan.
He's there. He's a Baltimore Orioles play-by-play announcer.
I'm talking about the other guy who suspended.
The ownership.
It was
dropped
the owner.
The ownership dropped the ball.
He must like the Rays.
The ownership dropped the ball. It's simple as that.
Can we just mute his mic for the second?
Ownership dropped the ball. And
They did.
They should have dropped the ball. And guess what? And they should be out here right now saying, "Listen, yeah, we fucked up."
But they should. They won't.
They should.
But here's a problem. Bigger picture. I think sports talk radio and sports talk TV is dropping the ball, period, because everything is polarized. You have sports jocks, and I guarantee you, we got a lot of them here in Detroit. They literally go against the grain just to get likes, just to get clicks, just to get subscriptions, just to get views. Nobody is willing to literally say, either you have to be good or you're trash.
Yeah. Like us. Please like us. Like us.
Or we hate you. Yeah, and all it does is feed red meat to the fan base.
Right.
For instance, in this city, you're either a Lions fan or you're not. And sports talk radio in the city caters to both sides. Either they're going to cater to the Lions or they're going to lambaste them.
Yeah.
No matter what they do.
SOL. You got SOL
and they
fan base.
know that they're going to get their clicks and views and likes because there are people, basically, for lack of a better word, going right along party lines.
Right.
I'm an unapologetic Lions fan. So I'm looking for the upside. But you have some people who literally come up with ridiculous narratives just because they know historically the Lions are a losing franchise. And they take this narrative and just go overboard with it.
Clickbait.
And I'm sure that Detroit isn't the only place where this type of thing happens.
Sound like you're biased to me.
So I am biased, but at least I can say that I'm biased versus trying to act like I'm just calling it like I see it. No, I'm telling you I'm a fan. I can be honest with it.
I call it like I see.
Choo-choo.
Yeah, but you can't see so well. But
Well, he
my
ain't
point-
name yet, so who
my
knows?
point, America, next time you're listening to a sports podcast, next time you're listening to a sports talk radio segment or watching a sports segment on television,
Turn them off and turn on us.
for one, and two, just
And
keep in
Kenny
mind,
may show up every once in a while.
keep in mind, these people have an agenda, and that's why you have fans like us to give you the real
Hey,
shit.
we got an agenda too. Tell the truth.
Yeah, to make sure that people really
Seriously.
get what's going on in the sports world. That's our agenda. Speaking of agendas, and speaking of baseball, let's go ahead and get this out the way. You all know that me and this one here
I need my whiskey right about now.
have a bet that the Tigers won't win more than 71 games.
72.
That would be more than 71.
No, they got to win more than 72.
No, they got to see. Now we're changing the bet.
Oh, my
nice.
God.
It was
Change the
more
bet.
than 71.
Go back and
Over
watch
71.
old shows. You'll see what's right.
But regardless of that, they're on pace to win 76. As we speak right now, they're winning. They won last night.
I thought they lost 3 in a row the week.
They won last night.
I think your Tigers are up maybe 4-3 right now.
But
They'll blow it.
what I am resolved to say now, as a Tiger slappy, we're not making the playoffs this year. We're probably not going to win the division. No, ain't no probably. We're not winning the division. That's not happening.
Is there a probably in that?
Did you
No,
say you were a Tiger lackey?
Yes,
Oh,
slappy.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yes, I am. I am. See, honesty, America, honesty. So all we can do is look forward to next season. We got some really good prospects
We got some cats.
in our farm system
We got some cats.
that people are really high on. Yes, I'm looking at you, Cole Keith, Max Clark. I'm looking at you,
Justin Henry
Malloy, Jace Young.
We got
And
cats.
I know you hate everything in life, but franchise.
Yes, sir.
Not
Are
everything.
you putting stock into these guys?
Yes, I am.
That's a no. You paused too long.
And I am putting second, even though like our Scott Harris messed up on the Erod trade. It might not be his fault. It might not be Erod's fault.
It was a little. It was enough blame to go around.
Go there. But
It was the
I'm
wife's
thinking with the cats we have
Don't do
down,
that.
with the cats we have, in AAA, AA,
Uh-huh.
starting with Max Clark, who tonight I don't know if
Killing it.
I know nobody knows it today because it's like nowhere near on TV, but Max Clark hit a 3-run home run at the bottom of the ninth to put the Flying Tigers in AAA. Flying Tigers down in Florida gave them win, and he's been lighting up. He's had like 1 home run, 2 doubles, a triple, 4 or 5 singles. I'm thinking that with these cats
OPS
come down
is
here,
1,700, yo.
this cat's gonna be a guy. I know it's early, and we can't like promise on him being the savior, but I think with the cast we have in time with Cole Keith, Justin Malloy, Dylan Dingler, which is a name I cannot believe we're saying here, Dingler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have some cats down.
Oh,
down
breaking
top.
news.
Oh, stop
Tigers just scored again.
Stop it.
But yeah,
Continue.
I think that we should. I think probably in the division that is not that great.
Right.
We could probably maybe take advantage of our division not being so great. Then we could have a chance to take it. And
I
go
think
from there. But
I'm
thinking that there's a lot of
the arrow is pointing up on us.
A lot of promise.
I know it doesn't.
With the kids down south.
Tigers fans. I
South.
know it does
Promise.
not
Tigers fan, all
look
3 of y'all.
good. Such a hater. Tigers fan, I know it don't look good. Not right now. Even though here comes another hit.
You gotta wait.
Here come wait. Damn it, he caught it.
You have to wait. You have to wait. Tiger fans gotta
Just
wait. They have to
be
wait.
patient.
Wait since 84.
Now you're just being wrong. Just be patient. We got some things on deck.
Did
So
you-
much so
did you
that
show
it
the-
sort of kind of makes sense though.
Did you just show up to plug in the computer? Is that
Pretty
what
much.
you did
That's it. That's all. But
Don't be
so
a
much
hater.
so it actually sort of kind of makes sense. Although it might have been wholly unintentional. It makes a little bit of sense that we didn't get a lot at the trade deadline because we have some people coming up and soon. Like the roster might look a lot different
Coming up.
come next year.
And we haven't even talked about like Parker Meadows.
Right.
Parker Meadows
Or-
will probably be the first one that comes up.
Right. So, Tigers fans, just be patient. That's all I'm saying. Just
We're going to be there today. We're not going to be there tomorrow. Next
What?
year, we get a chance.
Let's move to the king.
all right. Let's move to the king.
Is there NFL out there?
Uh,
Any news out there?
Football.
Is NFL back? Yeah.
Football.
It's Friday.
Is
It's
NFL back?
We've had the Hall of Fame game. Preseason starts up tomorrow. Well, I guess.
Friday.
All right. So I guess Hall of Fame game
tomorrow.
is the start of
Hall of Fame
preseason.
game is
But
But
like-
we got a game tomorrow, and our Lions play Friday.
Yes.
Playing
I want to
the
know.
new
I want to know
York
what you're looking forward
football
to.
Giants.
I want to know what you're looking at. I don't want you're looking at, Kenny. And it better not be. I just got brought the fucking laptop. What is your insights? What do you want to see, Kenny? What do you want to see on Friday?
Legit. Now we all did when the schedule first came out. We did our, way too early projections
Yeah, we won
on
the
what
Super
we
Bowl.
thought what it would be.
We won the Super Bowl.
Now we've actually had a chance to get a few clips from training camp.
Mhm.
We've seen, who's sort of kind of a standout, who's showing up, who's not. Are your expectations of the Lions? Have they gone up? Have they been lowered? Or are they about the same?
How
Right
much
now,
you can't
right
just
now,
sign?
they're about the same. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't hold too much weight in preseason. They're not going to play the starters. Probably not the first game at all.
Right.
They're trying to look at who they can keep on the roster right about now.
Right. It's an evaluation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I like that Hall of Fame game. It's bullshit.
So if you're just going down there, like, got nothing else to do, want to watch the game, which part of the Lions game, which defense, offense,
I want to see
linebackers?
the D-backs.
What you want to see?
Perform.
You
How
want
the defensive backs perform.
Yeah.
You want to see the D-backs?
I need some D-backs to be down there and shut the people down. At least one guy to shut off one side of the fucking
Yeah.
field.
Yeah. Oh no.
And then we
Well-
can work
Totally
on the
understand.
other people.
Totally understand that. Totally
Thus
understand.
far,
And I think it's safe to say that all of us kind of want to see our defense because we know what the
well,
offense is going to
yes.
I think the line is pretty well already. They good. They can stop the run. I just need them D-backs to cover.
I want to see, speaking of them stopping the run, last season, late in the season, yes, they started stopping the run, except for when we played Carolina. Neither here nor there.
Are they still running?
They just scored again.
Yeah.
But I want to see this kid, Broderick Martin,
Oh yeah.
defensive tackle,
Yeah, I do.
because we did have a problem stopping the run. Early in the season, in the Philly game, we needed one stop.
Yeah.
You know what they did? Ran directly at us. Game over. In the Seattle game, we needed one stop.
Never
You know what
had
they
it.
did?
Never
Ran
had it.
directly at us. We didn't stop them
Never had
once. They never had to punt the ball. I want to see, and this guy, the Lions traded up to get to help with stuff in the run. And I want to see if he is as advertised. As far as my expectations having risen or being lowered, my expectations are the same. But you have to keep in mind, my expectations to start were 12-5.
Mhm.
I think I even might have bumped it up to 13-4, winning the division and winning the playoff game. So my expectations are exactly the same. And as far as the defensive backs, accounts from camp, Cam Sutton looks good. Brian Branch is balling out of control. C.J. Gardner-Johnson looks good.
Well, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, until they play, this is all we got. So I'm sort of kind of like, yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Maybe it's just confirmation bias for me in America. I don't know, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. What about you, franchise?
What I want to see first and foremost, you hit it right at the you hit it right off the bat. I want to see what this guy product market is because you know what, we traded draft capital to draft up to get him. And second thing I want to see is Ali McNeil. He dropped weight. He wants to be quicker. I get we want to be quicker, but I want to see if he's going to be as dominant as he was to stop the run. And third and foremost, I want to see this secondary, this brand new secondary. You know, we were like, we could not do nothing in the secondary, and also what we do, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Cam Sutton,
Emmanuel
Mosley. You know, he's not playing yet. I mean, they knew what they want to do in their fucking defense. They knew.
Huh?
They said, "Listen, we're going to stop the run, and we're going to put some
ball hawks in the back.
Cats out there, because we all know what these cats are. These cats, they intercept shit, you know."
Huh?
And I think the biggest thing I want to see seriously is C.J. Gardner-Johnson, because like you know he's going to bring something to Detroit football that we've never ever seen before. I think he's going to be a guy who's going to sit there and throw the ball and say, "Listen, do that, you do this." He is going to be the quarterback on the defense.
Now about somebody shutting down one side of the field. I don't think we have somebody that's going. We don't have a Darrell Revis. We don't have a Jalen Ramsey. We don't. But I think
Deion Sanders.
No, hell no. But by committee, though, what I think is we have an entire blanket over the secondary.
I think one of the guys can if they put in the work like they're supposed to. One of the guys can take to a shutdown corner.
I mean, maybe. I hope so. I mean, and all things
you can handle the rest.
All things are trending towards if we do have a shutdown corner, that shutdown corner is going to be Cam Sutton. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson is going to be a thumper out of the secondary. And don't forget, we still have Tracy Walker coming back, and we still have Kirby Joseph.
He's out there now. And if anyone knows Kirby Joseph, you know, he's the one that eliminated Aaron Rodgers from the NFC North.
Ethered him. Yep. So
that was Jamal Williams' running game. But anyway.
Yeah, no, that wasn't it.
His revenge.
You know the best part of this whole little thing is here is like we always worry about the offense, and now we're not even thinking about the offense
because
we're not even thinking
they're good to go.
We know they're going to score 35 points tonight.
They're good to go.
And and now we get
with
C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Emmanuel Mosley. These cats are going to make these veterans. They're Cam Sutton, veteran. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, veteran.
Speaking of the offense,
they're going to set the tone for the cats like Kirby Joseph, Tracy Walker, Jerry Jacobs. They're going to set the tone when Emmanuel Mosley comes in there. This is going to be. I really feel it's going to be a top 5 defense. I really do. I'm not afraid to say it. This is going to be a top 5 defense.
Speaking of the offense, though, do we have a quarterback competition now?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You
don't think Teddy Bridgewater can make him think?
Next year.
No, what we have
next year
is for this year, what we have is insurance. That's one.
No competition.
No. For next year, depending on what Jared Goff does, what we have is still insurance, because if he balls out, they're going to re-up with him, and we got our quarterback for the foreseeable future. If he regresses, we have insurance, because we know. Does anybody remember what Teddy Bridgewater used to do to the Lions when he played for Minnesota?
And can everybody remember last time we had this problem?
We've never had this problem. Ever.
I mean, anybody. I mean,
this is a great problem to have.
Team is going to be cutting players that other teams are going to be scooping up. When was that our problem?
Oh,
No,
and
we were the team like, oh, hopefully somebody cut somebody. We need somebody.
no.
Teddy Bridgewater had
I don't
Teddy
think
Bridgewater had plenty of time to sit there and wait. I'll go sit there and wait for
I
somebody
don't
to
think
get
that
here.
he is
No,
concerned.
he's like, no, I'm going for a
about,
team that's going to be a winner.
I don't think that he is concerned about challenging for the starting position.
No.
He
gets.
I don't. I think he realizes what time it is, where he is,
and he wants to be a winning team.
and he knows that for sure, two things can occur. If, and I don't want this to happen, but if something happens to Jared Goff, he knows he gets his shot. And not being funny, but Jared Goff might not get his job back, which is cool with me.
As long as,
long as we're winning.
And we can find some guy who's getting ready to sign to the Lions before training camp even started with some quarterback might break an ankle or hurt a wrist or can't throw. But you know what? He wants
there's one more thing though.
Why you go after? I know why you came Teddy Bridgewater, but then you just get a fucking quarterback in the draft
who's not playing this
one.
year.
We drafted two.
Yeah, and one of them's getting cut.
Yeah, we know that, but we know one it's not going to be. You know, Hendon Hooker is your future quarterback. Unless something
for real,
unless something happens, you know, next year.
Hold on, think about this. In either of those scenarios that I presented to you, when you're talking about if or if not Teddy Bridgewater winds up competing for the starting job or falling into the starting job,
Teddy Bridgewater is not.
The Lions already know. No, he's not competing for it.
No.
But if something happens,
he is the backup
for now. If something happens, though,
cemented this team.
Hold on. If something happens, though, the Lions already have their eye towards the future. And that is literally, they've already said it. We're redshirting Hendon Hooker.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen the Lions.
We're redshirting Hendon Hooker. You know what normally happens to red short quarterbacks? They're being groomed to be the quarterback of the future. And now Hendon Hooker has not only Jared Goff to learn from, but Teddy Bridgewater, who, by the way, coming out of college, had a very similar skill set to Hendon Hooker. We're fine at quarterback.
Find out.
Which you want. And the whole thing, like we just said, fine at quarterback. I'm not saying fine at quarterback. I'm saying fine at a lot of levels with this team. Where do you ever see this team is gonna be this team is gonna be cutting players where other teams are gonna be grabbing them up. When you see a team that has like all this, you know.
We are the team that's under the microscope, no doubt. The hype train is real. But check this out. Since you have nothing better to do than hate on the Lions, let's just move on from there. You are. Let's move on. Let's move on.
This is what Hip Bayless does.
I ain't hate.
Let's just go through this quick exercise. AFC North, we're expected to come out of the North as division winners.
All right.
Who do you think is going to be the NFC
champ?
The division North, NFC North division champ?
Man, that's tough. Well, I already eliminated Chicago, Green Bay.
Nope.
I eliminated them two already.
Tell them it's AFC.
No.
No. We're doing NFC North.
Okay, I thought it was AFC.
I eliminated them two already because
Are you gonna go out on a limb and say Minnesota then?
Whew, man, I won't say that.
You're not gonna. Then it ain't nothing else to say.
It is. It's either be Minnesota or Detroit.
Nope, that's not a definitive answer. You're excluded. Let's go to the NFC East. Dallas, New York, Washington, and Philly. Are we just gonna pencil in Philly?
I'm penciling Dallas.
You're penciling in Dallas.
Yep.
Wow, you said that on tape.
Wow.
I'm penciling Dallas.
Franchise, what about you?
This is an easy pick for me. I'm going Philly.
Philly. Yep. NFC South. Now this is actually hard because they all suck. So, what you doing?
Damn, that's tough. How you gonna do?
Nothing. Not a damn
I'm
thing.
gonna have to go to New Orleans.
You going to New Orleans?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Really?
Yes.
What made you say that?
I was with both of you guys, and I was hoping nobody said this team, but yes, I'm gonna go. I think the Saints may have a chance.
New Orleans,
Why you pick
and
Atlanta, though? I'm
I think
Atlanta.
the
serious.
Saints may have a chance.
In a lot of ways, except for at quarterback, Atlanta is built a lot like us, Detroit.
But I think their
Great
quarterback-
offensive line,
They're-
very good defense,
Yeah,
and a running game,
but
and some dope
their
receivers.
quarterback is going to be really point. He's only started 4 games, and that's the reason why I'm going to go with New Orleans.
Okay, that's
Because-
fair. I don't
but-
believe in
but
Derek Carr,
I like what
and I'll give
Atlanta's doing.
Desmond Ritter. I'll give Desmond Ritter a chance.
I love what Atlanta's doing. They got the core. It's going to take them. It's going to take them a year or two.
All right, so here we go again.
No one's budget said Philly.
NFC West.
Oh fuck.
San
God.
Fran,
Hey man, you got a guy.
LA. Huh?
Lawrence budget said that the Teddy Bridgewater signing was stupid.
You think it was stupid, huh?
Who said
What?
that?
Tell us why you think it was stupid.
Who said that?
Wait, what's his name?
Lawrence Zenwick.
Lawrence. Tell us why you think the signing was stupid.
Lawrence, give us a call, man.
He don't like
Good.
Jared Goff, but he thinks Teddy
Type
Bridgewater
it
was
in.
stupid.
Type
No,
it
no,
in.
he can hear it. He's listening.
Okay, come on, type it in, buddy.
Tell us
Tell us
why you think it was stupid, man. We'll get back to you.
Yes,
He
but-
goes Philly over to
we will
Dallas.
talk about this
Okay.
as long as you want.
But NFC West, San Fran,
There's no
LA.
Ain't no question about that one.
who else? Who am I missing? Oh, Cardinals. No.
question about that
Oh,
one.
and Seattle.
No, it's
Ain't no question about
So
that
no
one.
question. We are okay. All right.
This is an easy one. I mean, we shouldn't be
Everybody
talking about
knows
this
San Francisco
much.
gonna run that one
This
over.
is San
All
Fran.
right, San
This is
Fran.
San Fran.
Got
This is
it.
San Fran.
All right. Let's go to the AFC. AFC East. Patriots.
This is division
Dolphins.
and this is
Jets,
A-Rod.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
This is A-Rod's division.
Is it now?
This is A-Rod.
Is it
This
now?
Jets, Buffalo, Tua.
What you saying, French?
Tua.
Whip?
We
It's gonna
got
be Buffalo.
Tua.
Stop it, man.
We got
Stop it.
Tua.
It's gonna
We
be
got-
Buffalo.
I say Buffalo.
I think
I don't even
Buffalo.
have to debate
I don't
this.
care who you are.
Where
When was
Buffalo gonna
Teddy?
go?
When was Teddy
That's
irrelevant?
interesting.
Hold on. Before you
That's
give your
about
answer.
That's
He might have
interesting.
meant to
That's
say
interesting.
relevant. When was Teddy relevant? What he meant to say?
Lawrence, he was relevant when he was whooping Detroit's ass as a starting quarterback in Minnesota.
Can-
That's when he
20 years
was.
ago? 20 years ago.
No, it was less than 10.
Answer.
But and no, he's not the same guy that he was when he was in Minnesota. But we can't act like we didn't see his body of work when he came in to start for New Orleans, went 5-0.
No.
We can't act like he didn't at least do adequately when he came in and start for Tua in Miami. So the man still got, some tread on the tires. That's why I think it was a good signing.
So who's the AFC East
You
that we're
got a line.
taking here?
AFC East, we both said Buffalo. Now,
I took Buffalo.
yes, I
Who else
mean
did you pick?
Miami, New England, the Jets.
I'm going with Miami.
Are you going?
I am going with Miami.
Ooh-wee.
You
I'm
are
going-
smoke.
Only
What's over that drink?
reason I'm going for
Crack that
Miami.
drink.
Only reason I'm going for Miami because the wide receivers. Waddle,
Oh, and
Waddle Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
You gotta
Yeah,
get him.
They had him-
I
they had
cannot-
him-
I cannot.
They had him last year.
You gotta
and-
get him the ball. You can't get the ball.
Well, they had him last
Hold
year.
on, and to be in the
And
playoffs,
and their quarterback
Hold
keep on,
in
his
the
noggin got knocked out
right,
4 or
but
5
they
times.
but they
yeah.
met with Tua playing in the playoffs, and
Yeah.
who won that?
But-
Buffalo did.
But guess who they beat? A third string quarterback, and they almost lost to the third string
We
quarterback.
ain't even sure.
So I'm
Tua
going
even
to
stay on the field.
Miami. Mark it down. Put in a little drink. If you want to put a little ice cube on it,
All
Okay,
right,
whatever.
yeah.
all right.
Miami and AFC East.
AFC North.
I love the Jets. I don't know about the Jets. I hate Aaron Rodgers, but no, I'm going with the.
AFC North. What we doing? Baltimore,
Mm,
Cleveland,
Tough.
Pittsburgh,
Tough.
and Cincinnati. What are we doing?
Burrow.
Tough.
Burrow.
Going Joe
So
Burrow?
he going Cincinnati.
Heard or not, it's Burrow.
Man.
Okay,
It's Burrow time.
he going Cincinnati.
I like Burrow.
How about
I like
you?
his attitude.
I like Cincinnati. I like Joe Burrow, but I think Baltimore gonna have something this year.
You got Baltimore. You know what?
I like that.
Y'all gon' flip out when I give y'all my pick.
Cleveland.
No,
Goddamn, this guy's going fucking
No.
John Watch and
no, I'm not. No, I'm not saying Cleveland. I'm saying Pittsburgh. And that's the only reason why I really don't even have one logical answer as to why. Other than Pittsburgh is just always Pittsburghing. They do this. They do it. That's literally my only reason.
Pittsburgh might make the playoffs, but not win the division.
I'm saying that's fair.
They're gonna win the division.
That's fair. AFC South.
What's happening there?
Do we?
Oh,
Jacksonville.
It's a Jacksonville.
Hold on. Jacksonville, Indy,
if anybody
Tennessee.
if anybody says other than Jacksonville,
Texas.
we should not be here on a fucking every Wednesday. Okay? So if we say nobody other than Jacksonville, we should not be here every Wednesday.
What the hell are you talking
Jesus
about?
Christ, goddamn.
See, there we go. So we are
Whipping progress is gonna be whipping.
Hey, listen.
Sobness.
Hey, can I say something?
When it be sobby.
Hold on.
Ain't nowhere near Tennessee.
Hold on.
Jacksonville's got this.
I'm not gonna say yes or no to either one of those, but it is not a foregone conclusion that it's gonna be Jacksonville.
It is for Tennessee.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
It's
It's
not.
a foregone conclusion. Tennessee will not win fucking more than 8 games. I'll tell you that
Are you
right
smoking?
now. I'm telling you this
You
right
are
now.
smoking.
What? Could they
I
got
don't know
like
about that
DeAndre
one.
You want to
Hopkins?
bet on that one?
Or DeAndre Hopkins, who's going to be playing first 4 games?
You want
and
to
he's
put a
gone
bet
this
on
game.
that?
No, Tennessee's gonna be the new Chicago Bears.
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Drinking?
Yeah,
I guess
hell yeah,
I guess
and I
so.
know that shit.
Honestly, I'm torn, but I'm sort of kind of, and I hate to do this because he don't know his elbow from his asshole.
Wow.
But I'm sort of kind of leaning towards Tennessee.
No.
Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry.
They got the better running
Derrick
game.
Henry's
They
like
got the
one-
better defense. Why would the fuck?
I
you
mean,
choose
Derrick
Jacksonville?
Henry's like one tackle away of Tennessee's future being totally done.
Oh my god.
And he's literally been
That's-
one tackle away
That's
for like
anybody
5
in the-
seasons.
Come
That's
on.
anybody in the NFL though.
How can you have like one guy for 17 games be responsible for all their wins? It's not going to happen.
But they've done it. But they've been doing it.
Your quarterback and through the fucking ice cream man truck outside.
But they've been
They
doing
have
it.
a defense.
Well, I know. Oh wait.
But they've been
They
doing
have
it.
Name one guy in their
defense.
defense. Give me one guy in their defense. Give me one guy in their
I
defense.
don't know the defense like that, but I know
Right,
they got
exactly.
defense.
Because you know
What was they ranked last
you
year?
know what Tennessee is? Tennessee's going to be
Oh my god.
the cute story. It's not going to make it.
You know what
who's
Tennessee
gonna be there?
is?
Jacksonville
Tennessee is the
Jaguars.
team that was
Jacksonville
literally
Jaguars,
stop and
AFC.
pause.
Jacksonville Jaguars didn't
Tennessee
make the playoffs.
is literally the team that was one interception away from
From
going to the
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl 2 years
Wait a
ago.
minute. Tennessee's the same team was up 27-0, and Jacksonville Jaguars
That
come back
wasn't
and beat them.
Tennessee. That was the
not
Chargers.
Tennessee. That was not Tennessee.
That was the Chargers.
Okay, I'm sorry, but guess what? They didn't even make it.
No, last year they didn't. No. But
Jacksonville ain't gonna make it this year. They didn't make the
let's
playoffs.
No,
let,
they're
with
not.
time
They're not.
Jacksonville
will
ain't making the playoffs. I'm
tell.
telling you.
Let's move on to the AFC West, the hardest division in the
Stop
NFL.
it. Stop it.
What's your run?
This
Okay.
is the hardest division, the AFC West.
Okay.
My favorite hard division in the NFL. I think the Philly
Kansas
Dallas
City.
is-
Chargers, not the Seahawks,
Las Vegas.
Denver, and
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Really though.
It's really
They're not the
put. I know that
It's
it
down to 2
is.
teams.
It's
not.
really
It's a one team race.
It's down to 2 teams. It's down to 2 teams there.
It's one team race.
We know both teams. Well, yeah, we know
Nobody
one, but
comes
it's
close
down
to Kansas
2.
City.
It's down to 2 just in case an injury happens. It's not,
You know what's gonna change though?
Hold on. You know what's going to change?
Mahomes retired. That's what's gonna change.
No. Or if Chris Jones decides I'm not going back,
and play for the Lions.
because Chris Jones has not come to an agreement with them as far as his contract. And you can shrug it. You're not gonna shrug off Chris
You
Jones.
replace it, but we'll put another guy on defense.
Yeah, no, he's not. Chris Jones is not. That's like saying Aaron Donald is
Yeah,
replaceable.
don't you dare put Chris Jones on the level of Aaron Donald. He is nowhere near that. Don't you even dare speak that.
Make a pick. He says KC.
He might be younger though.
I'll give Devin Young. He ain't Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like waste my time making this pick. It's gonna be Kansas City. Who cares?
You say it's
Everybody know
Kansas City.
Who cares? It's gonna be Kansas City. There might
Just
there might be
literally,
a shocker, maybe.
just to
And-
be contrary.
You just want to be
Just to be contrary.
devil's advocate.
I'm going to say that LA Chargers get their head out of their ass this
Oh
season.
my God!
I'm gonna say it.
Is that with
if
Austin
anybody
Eckler or not?
if
He'll be there.
anybody hold on, if anybody get their head out of their ass this season, it'll be Denver.
Okay,
That's the only
that's
team
fair.
that-
I just don't
No,
see that.
No, Denver's gonna be bad. I think
Really?
Denver's gonna be bad. Denver's gonna be bad.
Get the hell out of here.
Denver's gonna be bad. I think Jordan Reed, with the way Sean Payton came out and he called out another coach, because he knows that he can't fix it, and he was trying to save himself.
Folks are going
Stop
to
it.
be.
Stop it. You're delirious.
He's literally put a
went out there
target
and-
on his back.
He said that to save himself.
He said that because the last guy's an idiot.
No, he said to save himself.
Nah.
He's
No,
like, I
the
can't
last
do
guy,
this.
the last guy
I had to say
is
something.
an idiot. But that was something. That was something that
said it.
that
but
was
it's
something
true.
that did not deserve to be said. And as a result of it, I don't think that he did it to save himself. But what I do think he did was place a big old bullseye on him and Russell Wilson's backs.
Only when they playing the Jets.
I think I love you to death, but I think it's wrong. I think he did this to save himself.
I think
How
Russell
so?
Wilson has the bounce
Because-
back season.
He knows that he was brought in there to save the franchise, and he knows that he can't save the franchise. So he said, "Oh, the coach in front of me, yeah, he
So
fucked
you
it
don't
up.
think he can save that franchise?
It's gonna take me like 3 or 4 years to get this shit right." And that's what he did.
So you don't think he can
And
save
I-
the franchise
and I think
with
that's what he
Russell
did.
Wilson as your quarterback?
I'm not. No,
Stop
that's what
it,
he did.
man.
What?
Stop it.
Who? Sean Payton?
He already saved it.
Sean Payton.
Hey,
He's so
one,
smart that he's thinking ahead. That's what he's doing. He
one.
knows
I'm
he
gonna,
can't
can I
save it.
say something,
save
y'all,
himself.
real quick? I think that Sean Payton is a very good coach. I think you all are giving him way too much credit. Now, with that being said, maybe there is a little validity to what you're saying with regards to he's sort of kind of putting it out there like, oh, this is a complete shit show and I have to break it down to the studs to get it. Maybe. And because he's Sean Payton, he'll probably get that grace and that leeway. But I don't think he deserves it.
Right.
But that's another story for
Exactly.
another day.
And this is what
You
this
don't need no
is my,
leeway,
my
man.
point
It wasn't-
exactly. I'm
The
very
team
with
ain't
you.
horrible. The coach was.
Agreed.
No,
Agreed.
What I think.
Agreed.
What
They need
But
to
in
the
the-
scheme
but-
different plan.
Hold on. But in the event that he is not the quarterback and coach whisperer that he claims to be, and they fall flat on their face, he's already given
He
himself
don't
a
need-
built-in
Thank you.
excuse.
He don't need
Thank
to be
you.
the
So-
quarterback
and this is
whisperer.
what I'm trying to say.
He don't
This
need
is
to be
what
the quarterback whisperer when you got Russell fucking
He-
Wilson.
Did you see that man play like?
That's because of
Man,
the,
knock
that's
it off.
because of
You're right.
the scheme
And
that was set in
That's
front
what I'm
of
saying. He
him.
gave
Watch what
himself
he do
an
this
out.
year.
He
Watch
may
what
have
he do this year.
He gave himself an out.
All right,
Watch him do this
franchise.
shit.
I could see what you're saying
He
there.
gave himself an out.
No, he didn't.
But time will tell. Did we hear back from Lawrence about this? Since
Lawrence left, man. I think you cut him off. You cussed him out. So I don't know.
he didn't like my answer
No, I
about
don't
Teddy
like it.
Bridgewater.
Nope. he ain't
That's
like
all
that.
right.
I'm out this motherfucker.
Lawrence, you are welcome to call back anytime, man.
Text Lawrence, hey man, we looking forward to see you next time.
But let's move on to the next thing.
Hell yeah, we got people talking.
Unless you've been under a rock, America,
I have.
clearly, the landscape of college sports.
Speaking of landscape, I'm just gonna walk away because I'm gonna be over here still talking about you guys' show because like I'm in the Pac-12, right?
You-
Way over here, right?
Well,
you're in
we'll buy you out.
Way
We'll bring
over
you back.
I'm in the
You're in the
Pac-12.
Pac-12 now. You were just
I'm
you were just in the Big 12.
I'm in the Pac-12.
You're in the Pac-12
We'll
now.
buy you out. We'll bring you to
I'm
the
in
Big
the
Ten.
Pac-12.
America, over the past week,
What's going on?
the landscape of college
We're
sports
making a point right now. We're making a point.
via
right now.
college football
What's up?
has been forever.
We're making a point
changed.
right now about
Since
how-
last
about
we
the,
spoke-
what the Pac-12, how nobody sees it no more.
The
I
Pac-12,
just walked away.
in effect, is dead.
They're
The
5
Big Ten is now the largest conference in the country.
We got some good
You
stuff
can't
going on
even
there.
call it the Big
Football
Ten
season.
anymore. It's the Big
And
18.
still trying to get 2 more teams.
And I love the fighting stuff here today.
Meanwhile,
I like Mike's hat.
the
there, too.
ACC, and it's right there in the name, the conference,
Ooh, maybe I should watch.
Stanford and Cal, which, if you don't know nothing about geography, both of those teams are in California, you know, on the Pacific coast, to come to the ACC. This is all on account
That should be official.
of college
Hey,
football
Can I get a shot?
TV
Just like
dollars.
so. Wait, yeah.
Nothing
well,
more,
Yeah.
nothing less.
Kenny looks so.
Why has
serious
college sports been upended? Because right along with changing
right now. I think we're talking
conferences, and it's too many teams that have changed conferences for me to repeat them all.
They have been moving.
But along with them changing conferences for the sake of football, that means the basketball team got to go. That means the baseball team, the lacrosse team, the tennis, the golf,
talking about
the,
like how
the gymnastics,
football
whatever.
changed.
No,
That's why I said that's why I laughed because like
All of these other teams
one
are
team down in the
I know what
ACC
you're
that
talking
was
about.
not. They was
Michigan's gonna
ACC
play
football, but it was
USC,
something
so I have to
else.
leave real quick.
nope. The only team that does this is Notre Dame. Notre Dame is an independent school who somehow or another, and I still don't know how they get away with this shit.
Am I still in the Big Ten?
No, you actually
traded
just you just got sent to the ACC.
God damn it! It's so expensive over there.
We bought you out.
Notre Dame is the only school where their football team is independent. Their basketball team is in the ACC.
They're in the Big East.
There is no more Big East.
No, they're.
The Big East doesn't exist anymore.
Well, no, you're right. They're.
No,
They're- well, they're-
no,
I don't remember.
Yeah,
But my point is this: the football team is independent.
Yes.
The hockey team is in the Big Ten. The basketball team is in another division, and God knows where any of the other shit is at.
Whatever.
They're the only ones that get away with this.
What's next to the Big East? Because that's where they are. It's not the Big East. What's it called?
I don't know what it's called anymore.
But that's where they are.
Atlantic 10, shit, I don't know.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Yeah,
But they're the only one that get. They're the only ones that get.
Right. Yeah, their hockey team is in the Big Ten.
And I don't know how they get away with it. Well, I do know how they get away with it.
Channel 4,
Money,
NBC.
because they got a contract all to themselves. So, where are we headed next? What are we doing? I mean, like for real, in college sports, what are we doing? This is going to affect more than just college football.
We're going to with Big Three and everybody else.
Yeah, but that's for football. That's for football. What about basketball? What about baseball? What about the rest of the sports?
Well, one, I'm gonna tell you right
So
now.
the one that makes the most money made the rules. God damn it.
Right now,
Unfortunately,
I'm
yes.
gonna tell you guys right now. It's all about football. Basketball is going to be the second tier, but after that, it's going to be nothing. With the money that the TV.
Here's something to consider. I know. We know that football brings in the money. We know this,
Right.
for everybody. Truth, got that. But because they're literally now letting the tail wag the dog, think about how this affects, say, college basketball, and think about what these conferences look like. You think they like that shit?
College
You think Pac-12 has been somewhat more so of a powerhouse in basketball than the Big Ten has been lately. And now Michigan got to play UCLA and USC.
Oregon,
and Washington.
Do we all know the reason why we're doing this, right?
Yes, we do.
We all know.
We know. But there are ripple effects to this.
The fact that we're talking about basketball,
You're missing the point of
it's second nature.
No, it's not.
Why?
Because we're not talking about just how it's going to. Hold on, franchise. Stop.
Okay.
Stop and pause.
Okay.
We're not just sitting here to talk about how the landscape of NCAA football is going to change. What is going on is no, we're not just talking about basketball. That's just the example. This is changing the entire landscape of all of these sports in the NCAA. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of them.
Right.
To the tune of, like, we don't particularly subscribe to college basketball during the regular season, but we do chime in, and it's big business when we get to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Right? Think about the gauntlet that some of these teams got to go through now.
Is that the only time that we're interested in it?
Yes, for the most part.
Okay.
Yes. And that's a big deal. And it's going to change that type of shit drastically.
Sure.
So I'm asking, like, where are we where are we going now? How is this going to affect you as a fan? Or does it? Do you even care?
I don't care.
Because you are anarchist. You don't care about shit.
I just want to see good games.
You know what though? I know
I want to see good
I
games.
know you're gonna kill me in this one. I know you are. Only because, like, you know who I root for in my school. But listen,
They're going to be in the water fucking hurt.
But listen though, and listen. Guess what? This is what I want to see. You know what? I want to see.
Yeah, we said that when UCLA win the Big Ten title.
Other than like Michigan and Rutgers, I'd rather see Michigan and Oregon. Other than Michigan than Illinois, I'd rather see Michigan and USC, or the games that we all hate. I know you're gonna kill me for this season. I know our fucking first 4 games are fucking children games. I know that, but like those games are gonna be gone. We might have one. Every team might have 1 or 2. But now
I don't think that's going to. I don't think that's going away at all.
What franchise is saying though makes little sense. I'll tell you why.
I think they might have 1 or 2 games where they're gonna be like Schoolcraft and fucking Livonia Redford or whatever you want to call them.
Because of the last,
because after that you have to play them. You have to play
10 years. You already knew at the top was gonna be Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. Now with these new additions, the ball's in the air.
Right, and there might be teams,
good games, man. Good games.
You may have. And guess what? Say if like one of our teams, Michigan State, they're both like 10-0, and before their game they have to go to the Coliseum. Or go to UCLA, and like the travel and how this is going to affect the team.
One thing
where it might change. I'm not saying it's
one thing this can't create though is a conference playoff.
No, like I said,
hold on.
You're good. Conference playoffs is another day.
20 teams, man.
A conference. Now think about what you're doing there. Now you're getting into an issue of player safety.
Now they're talking about money.
Sure, it's going to be more money. It's also an issue of player safety.
Right.
Because if you're going to have a conference playoffs, either you're going to shorten the season or you're going to have to add games to it.
We're not saying the playoff as for the whole fucking division. They're like the top 4 people or something like that.
That's still going to be added games. It's still going to be added games. And on top of that, with this being said, what happens if and when you have a 10-1 Michigan, a 10-1 Michigan State, a 10-1 Ohio State, a 10-1 UCLA, a 10-1 USC?
Is that possible?
It is possible because there are 20 teams for them to sit and have to play.
It's not possible.
So it is very possible.
No,
and there's still going to be non-conference games.
Play each other. That's possible.
They're not all. They can't all possibly play each other.
Great, but Michigan will play Ohio State. I'm sure USC gonna play Ohio State.
So guess what? If one of those teams,
look at the breakdown of it.
All I'm saying is it is very possible that you could have say 5 one-loss teams in one conference. That's assuming that, and that's definitely assuming they go back 2 divisions. Then they're definitely not all going. So then this is possible.
Well, no, I see your possible thought, but like, how many times is somebody's going to win like the Michigan lottery? How many 100 people are going to win the Michigan lottery? I mean, I get it. It could possibly happen, but is it going to happen? Probably not. It's probably not going to happen. And like we're sitting there going, yeah, we want to see this shit to fail. We all want to fail because like as sports writers, sports fucking talkers, we want them to fail. But I don't think it's happen. It's not like I'm gonna win I'm gonna win the lotto. Not like you're.
I get what you're saying, I'm not going to sit and
win the lotto. I appreciate it.
I'm not going to sit here and say that it's about to happen every season, but it is something that could definitely happen on a enough basis to make this be something that you have to take a look at.
And they're not banking.
And me, as far as once again, we start the show off talking about shooting people straight and versus being biased. Yeah, I'm biased. You know who I'm biased towards?
The mid majors.
The mid majors. That's who I'm biased towards
They ain't
because
gonna get shit.
and that is wrong.
The guys
That is
biased for the mid majors.
that is
The
wrong.
majors going to be gone. The
Which
mid-majors gone.
like it or not, that's the type of thing that is going to start making college football, since that's what we're talking about.
Right.
That's the type of thing going to start making college football uninteresting because it is going to get down to it's
Right.
always going to be the same people all of the time, like it is now.
Is that now already?
And guess what? So much so that they're having to realign shit, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse.
We don't know where it's coming from. We know where it's going.
Sure.
And what we gotta do is our job is let the people know what's happening. And we don't know.
I'll tell you, I think
we don't know it's good. We don't know where it's going.
The 2025, 2026 season, I think it'll be upward when USC win the motherfucking Big Ten.
We know it's 2025 because 2024.
USC win the fucking Big Ten will be upward.
Oh no! And to tell you the truth, we haven't seen it yet because after Washington and Oregon just joined, so the Big Ten has to rearrange the schedule. Did they just did? Let's see what happens then.
They're going to have to go back to divisions.
Yeah,
that's what's going to have to happen.
And it's going to happen. Yeah, and it's going to be a.
Well, America, y'all stay tuned.
Exciting.
I hope you hear me, guys. But listen,
this right here, it's going to be a brave new world that we're dealing with. Nonetheless,
and we will walk you through it. We will walk you through it.
That brings us to the close of the show, and I'm sure you, just like Lawrence, heard something that you thought was ridiculous. Cool. Tell us about it on Facebook at Sports in Layman's Terms. You could even email us at laymanstermsports@gmail. Hit us up on YouTube at Sports in Layman's Terms. Get at us. Talk to us. We're here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And for those who are in the vicinity,
come on up.
Come on up. We're here beaming live every Wednesday,
buy you a beer.
8 p.m. from Snookers, Livonia. Peoples, that's our time. This has been Sports in Layman's Terms.
Good night.